Hello, everyone. I'm coming to you from a big empty room today. Um, Today, I want to talk about something that just really annoys me, and that is vaccines and conspiracy theories. Uh, I thought that long ago the question was asked, answered, and put to rest about whether or not vaccines cause autism. They do not. But we have it out there again because last January, before he was sworn in, we had Vice President Trump telling people that he was going to have RFK Jr. launch an investigation and a vaccine conspiracy theorist into the connection between the two. Uh, there is no connection between the two. But by calling the investigation, it was kind of like you remember back in Ukraine, the perfect phone call, right? Where, you don't have to launch an investigation into Joe Biden. Just say you are. If you call it into question, then people think there is a question, right? Does that make sense? You know, uh, well, say we're looking at whether or not vaccines cause autism. And so there are going to be some people out there who say, oh, well, maybe they do. When the maddening part about it for me is that it's easy to find out. Just last night, I did a search. Man, I found, okay, I mean, all kinds of autism foundations, Center for Disease Control, World Health Organization, this and that, all say there is no connection has been found, no evidence of vaccines being connected to autism. It, the the main one they go after is the MMR vaccine, which right now we have children have died recently from measles. Uh, we had RFK Jr. caused an outbreak a few years back in Africa because he, in June of that year, put a bunch of money and whatever into, an effort to tell people to not get the vaccine. And then a couple months later, just 2 months after that, a bunch of people, there was an outbreak. And he said, well, it couldn't have been me. I was there in June. These people died in August. Doesn't make a lot of sense. But when I was looking to find any kind of, you know, to find out what I could find out about whether or not this has been proven or disproven, it has categorically, irrefutably, there is no question about it, no connection between autism and MMR vaccines or any other vaccines. But you know what I did find, and I found interesting, was that when children get diagnosed with autism, it's at about the same age where they're getting their rounds of vaccines. Big coincidence, but that's about all it is. And it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? That, they would be around the same time. Doesn't mean that they're connected, you know. But anyway, it just infuriates me. But I will say this is where I stand with it. Any parent, this do your own research crowd, any parent who doesn't get their child vaccinated against measles or whatever else, I will feel terrible for that child, and that child does not deserve that. But that parent does. That parent deserves to experience losing their child because of their own ignorance, their own stupidity, and taking the word of whatever crazed lunatic they find online instead of actually getting the real information. But that's the problem we face these days, isn't it? The misinformation age. It's incredible. Oh, it's on the internet, so it must be true, right? The same people who uh, I don't even want to go into it anymore. It just angers me so much. But anyway, if you agree or disagree, leave something in the comments. I'd love to chat with some whoever might be viewing these things about this. Leave a comment. like, click that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. Share this with your friends. Um, if you have any suggestions as to how I might improve what I'm doing here on the channel, leave that in the comments. Whatever, anything to help boost me in the algorithm here. I'm trying to, make these a little bit better, make them circulate a little bit more. But anyway, I'm just saying, there's no connection between autism and vaccines. It's ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous. Y'all have a good day.